G'day, and welcome to Macs Life ASMR. No, just kidding. Actually, this is part 2 of the Macs Bush FPV camping trip, but there might be a little bit of ASMR-ish content coming out later on. For now, let's get into the video, starting with I don't know what happened during this night that I'm going to explain in a moment, but I don't know, wind, earthquake, bush devils, I have no idea. Drop bears? I unlocked this. But back to the matter I left you with at the end of the last video. I had unlocked this. I swear to God, I've done this a few times now anyway. Yeah, anyway, I thought I'd include this because, maybe I can talk a bit about that, but I wanted to show you the 1080p footage from flying around. Also, my nice little dust speck that you can see in 1080p. But yeah, it was a lovely sunset, and it is a really nice image. I can't wait for it to just become that little bit smoother. It's just, even here, and this is the rendered out MP4 from the .ts, rendered out in Media Encoder 2023, and it's still, you can see some choppiness to it. It's not perfect. There's a frame rate mismatch. I'm doing this in Premiere Pro, and it's pretty good at dealing with different frame rates, but this is at 60 frames a second on the latest Stable Ranch firmware. It is a nice view, I have to say. But yeah, so I went through as per the instructions in the book, which says you should go and unlock it and then flash the firmware that you want to use. Now, I swear the first time I did it, I just unlocked it. Like the first time I used one of these, I just unlocked it. I didn't have to reflash the firmware afterwards. But I tried as per in the instruction manual, and it didn't work. So I don't know what happened there. I'm going to have to try it again, and I guess put my feedback into another video if I stuffed that up or had a problem or something like that. Maybe the next channel update. Yeah, I don't know. You can see the reflections of the trees in the dams, and then the signal went really bad, and that was just you see that one tree that got in the way, or maybe two trees, like I'm just down in there, so one tree really got in the way and it chops the signal right up. So it does require all that bandwidth, more or less, for the 1080p, and whilst it gives a lovely picture, it's still very laggy to fly. Not really doing any kind of proximity with it, just cruising around and seeing what kind of performance I will get from it as it is right now. I am very hopeful for improvements in the future. Anyway, we'll get into that, I'm sure, when it comes around, and we will get into the strange happenings yeah. But let's check out my 3-inch flight in 720p, and I can tell you a bit more about it then. I want to quickly apologize. This clip didn't get recorded with the proper microphone, so it's just the HD0 headset, and there is a little bit of fan noise. You do get punished by having that smaller aerial. Yeah, you do get punished by having that smaller aerial. Woohoo! Oh, it's itching. Oh, that's so annoying. You can just see, like, I'm almost immediately down to link quality level 1. It is no big deal. Slightly more latency in the controlling. Wind's pushing me about a bit more than I would like. Oh, sneaking my way through this.
My steak was very nice, although I've become I don't want to eat that much meat anymore. Like, I only want to have a little bit of meat. It gives me like heaps of gas in my stomach. I just feel really sick. I had to change my diet with the health stuff. Yeah. So this morning, I think it was behind these, in this little grass area here. There was some kangaroos. And here's a picture of those. A few pictures of those. Yeah. We're sharing the field with a mob of kangaroos. And that brings us to something else. Last night, I had a really odd experience. It was about, I think, 4 in the morning. And I was in my tent asleep. And I got woken up by like a low level rumble and everything shaking. Now this morning, this wind is really pushing on me. So I don't even know if I can get down to show you. But there's a rock by that little, there's a rock by the left wheel here. I'm stuck on the bike. Now, that's horrible reception. Can you see that? That was pressed up hard against that wheel. That's the only thing I can notice that's different. Beats me, eh?
But yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what the deal was. I swear someone had hooked me up and was driving me away. It felt like I started to, and I probably did start to do this because you could see that rock was moved down there in the flight. When I flew down and had a look, and I'll chuck up a picture here. And yeah, I mean, look, Australia is not on any major continental fault lines. The wind's definitely picking up, isn't it? But we do get minor earthquakes here and there because there are minor fault lines in Australia. I don't know if there is one around Goulburn, but if there is, and you're a geologist, let me know. I might look this up when I get back to Sydney. Yeah, anyway, that's weird, eh? If you're wondering how I'm doing on my charging while I'm here, so I've got these two Q6 chargers on a dongle. Looks and bollocks. And those just go plug straight into the 12 volt lithium battery. I've got a line tapped off that, and I can just do it on the back table over here. That works really well. Although one thing I have noticed is that because I'm charging a 4S, I'm actually, I don't know, I'm going to pay attention to that when I've done some 3S, when I go around with the Cine Queen to get the 4K for you. But it's about, it's taking in twice as much power as it's putting into the batteries, or a bit more. Whatever that's worth for you. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea, have a little bit of read and a snack, and I'll catch you later. So I did just that, and then I went for a flight, and it wasn't long after this flight that I got a visit from one of the club members, and he let me know that there might be some inclement weather heading my way. So make the most of it I did, and I got a few more rips in, although this was probably the best one, so I'll save you from those two particular ones and their walks of shame. Yeah, and let you enjoy the flight. And the rest of the afternoon was spent flying and putting up some shelter for the inclement weather. And if you thought rocking in the night was something interesting, then the next evening came along and, well... Who the fuck are my neighbours? These are my neighbours tonight. I get 2 peaceful fucking nights. There you go, look, you can see the giant fires going on. Are you actually meaning to tell me that is okay? Actually, you know, this is a fairly common practice in Australia, although I don't think this was what you would refer to as a scheduled backburn. These landowners were clearing some land and did safely manage this fire, although being an uninformed temporary visitor to the area, it kind of did get me a little worried. I won't lie, especially in this country. That's what this is. I'm gonna go eat my dinner before I have to evacuate because of Beavis and Butthead. So, it may have rained a bit yesterday. I might have to move some stuff in there, cover it up, and put up a few tarps. In fact, it rained a lot yesterday. I had to cover my stairs, get out the old and discontinued compact 2.4 gazebo. Unfortunately, the new ones are these. You see this leg section here, and then this another one and another one. They compact down to a really short little unit. The new ones, unfortunately, whilst being stronger, have a longer leg. Disclosure, I used to be a dealer for Austrail. I'm no longer on the books, but I'll probably end up going back on them. But everything worked out well. Got the awning off there, over the top of the back of the truck, and then strapped that to the gazebo. Gazebo strapped to the trailer, and all yada yada yada, and pegged in. So the wind wasn't too bad last night. It was coming in from this direction. Got the coal burner going here. There's the bog at the moment. And then I took it over to the front over there and kept myself warm. Tried to go to sleep, didn't get much luck because of the rain, which finally stopped around midnight. It was very loud in there, but I did get to sleep eventually. And then, yeah, it's now morning. Everything is now very wet, as you can see. There's the forest behind me. And there's the field. Well, that's in the way. But yeah, I don't think I'll be doing too much flying today. We'll see. It's work bee weekend, so I'll be heading up to the Watch Me DB and getting to work soon. So I'll catch you later. I don't know if to take the camera up because I'm on the bicycle and wet and yeah. So unless I get a lift around, we'll see. Ow, bumped my head. All day. It's been doing this all day. So I'm going to make a cup of tea out of this here water that I've collected off the roof. Because why the hell not? Hello, if you're wondering what my rainwater cup of tea tastes like, slightly tenty, No, it tastes fine. Softer than maybe it should be. Anyway.
In Soviet Russia, bike drive you.
Yeah, like I am actually here doing that old Russian technique of warming the engine with a fire in here. And what I'm doing is I'm warming my battery so that I can use it. Otherwise it just dies straight up. It's still raining. It's now Sunday. Focus, you fuck. Well, it's at bloody 10:30. And it's still raining. It's been raining since Friday, about 8 o'clock at night. And the guys just came down and visited me through the bush, which is pretty cool. Came down through here. So the clubhouse is that way, somewhere. And they walked back up the track over there. Oh, sorry. So they came down through here, and they walked back up the track over there. It's pretty cool to get visited. Yeah, I'm not leaving this place today because I'll just get somewhere I can show you without getting wet. You probably can see through here. That's the track, and it's a creek. As you can see. So, yep. That's that. Anyway, another day of rain. Got to keep warm. And, sorry, I've got drips coming down here. And keep dry. And here comes another bout of rain. Might turn on the truck, charge batteries. Oh yeah, that's the exhaust there. So it's clamped on there, pipe under that, takes most of the heat out of it across this section. And then you can use plastic, a TPU adapter to the other bit. And that lives in, there's a PVC pipe on the side of the roof rack. And the blue poles go in there. And that white bit goes in the back of the truck, where that yellow thing is just there. And that lives in there. That's the handle for the Matic. Welcome to my life. No, not really. But it seems like that. It started to rain again. It stopped about half an hour. I have sourced myself some good wood. I'm drying off my socks and my shoes from that effort, and my gloves. I'm still in my raincoat. Spiderwebs. Ay. So, I've had 2 funnel webs crawl through my bloody camp. Big female over here, I warded off with the air guard. Then a male across that table you're sitting on now. Damn thing went down there somewhere. 2 boxes and a tarp under there. So somewhere in there, there's a bloody funnel web, I think, maybe, or under here. Anyway, it's kind of got me on guard. I imagine she's buggered off somewhere where I am not moving around, so I'm not too worried about it being in the tent. But I am being cautious. Anyone want some smoke bike? Caught one here. Yes. And even with the dry wood, it's still quite smoky. But at least the wind seems to be coming through from one direction. It changed over the last 2 days. It was covering everywhere and I was getting smoked out. And yeah, it was horrible last night. But today it's been coming solidly from the south-north, from the west. Which should mean that I am experiencing the weather that's going over the mountains. So hopefully I'll see a dry patch sooner or later, because it'll have blown over. Although usually in winter you get them blowing in like this. It might have started a bit early this year. We'll see. Anyway, just thought I'd share a bit of that with you for, I don't know, shits and giggles, and the fact that I've got to do something. Done the dry wood thing. And, I'm a multimeter. I'm a blooming multimeter. One of the batteries fried itself in the multimeter, and I've got double A's, but do I have triple A's? No. No triple A's. So, yeah. Can't work on the electronics. And the bike charger's busted. Don't know what's going on there. Can't test it because I've got no multimeter. There. Just give up and chill. It's the best thing to do right now. Chill, eat, drink. Yep. Still raining. But then nature decided to give me something to do. Watch a pair of roos square off there while the rest of the mob sort of just hung about, having a nibble and watching the grass grow. Alrighty, well, let's have a look at this crossing I've got to take to get out of here. Yep. Yep. This is why they call it boggy flats. So I'm wondering, what I'm contemplating now is my direction of pull when I try to egress from this area. Oh, fuck it. Whoa. Also trying not to get my feet wet, which might prove challenging. So I think my best plan of action is to come along those high bits and straight down these set of tracks. That is going to lead me straight into this bog, but I'm more or less assuming I'm going to have to winch. So what I'm actually more concerned about is not going too deep, but if I come so far over, like if I come right over here and down this area, I don't know how solid this is, how deep it is here. So just come like that. But it should be fine anyway, because I got 1, 2, 3, oops, excuse me, good winching points, and I've got pulley blocks. So I'll come across, set up a pulley block, maybe an extension, then a pulley block, pull myself forward, shorten the extension, pull myself forward again, and off we go. Yep. Hopefully it's going to dry up. It's Monday. Planning to leave Wednesday. Maybe leaving Thursday. Whatever I want to do, I want to avoid this, because this is bottom out territory. That's the mark in the middle there from my diff. Ended up coming across and slipping into it. So I think what I'll do is actually I'll go high side here and head across and up there. Something like that. Best laid plans of mice and men. Right, well, it's stopped raining, but it's bloody freezing today, and it's very gusty, so I'm not sure how much flying I'm going to be doing. What I am going to be doing is eating those sausages I'm cooking over there. What sausages do you say? These sausages. I've got the 3 cheese bread ready. I've got brie, labneh, and some, basically just some cream cheese spread. And over here, sausages. Organic pork sausages with some thyme and rosemary and such like that. And yes, I'm drying out wood. It's the name of the game at the moment. Dry out the wood stay warm, eat food, wait for sun and wind to stop.
Choice. Part of every Aussie healthy lunch. There's lunch. Num nums.
These critters are strange. So you might notice on this tree how some of those branches over there are completely stripped. Well, I've been watching them for the last few days, and what they appear to do is clump up during the day, and then after clumping up on this branch last night, they moved up there, ate those 2 leaves, and now you can see they're moving down. I'm not sure if they're going... Yeah, indeed, it does look like the majority of them are going down the stem, but a couple are eating this leaf. So what they'll probably do is make their way down the stem and eat that leaf there. Let me just see if I can get that in better focus for you. They're wild things. Look at them. So yeah, I've got no idea what those are called. They're funny little critters though. And they're just moving around that tree, devouring all its poor leaves. Poor defenseless tree. You know, one would think like you'd be scared to be a caterpillar if, you know, there were birds around. But what if you're a tree and there's a mob of caterpillars around? Well, yeah, it's none of my business. Rightio, so it's my last day down here camping. It's bloody cold. Like, it is bloody cold. Sorry, the ladder's going to be in the way here. But, as you can see, it's very, very grey. Alright, so yeah, you can see I'm holding this because I've got the scarf here, and it's just like, where am I going to clip it? I could clip it lots of places, but nah. I'm a bit upset that I'm not probably going to be able to fly the glider. It's just too gusty, as you can see. But I have been ripping around with the 3-inch. Took out the Tyrant and did a return to home test, which it failed, which you can see now. And we'll check out some of those rips and whatnot at the end of the video. The rain has stopped. I've taken down the gazebo here. Got lots of wood behind me. I'm burning the last of my coal because I want to get out of here early doors tomorrow morning, or just have the tent pack up, more or less. So I'll get things mostly packed up this evening. Apart from that, I've got a bunch of batteries over on the table over there, and I'm going to be flying the 3-inch around. But God, it's gusty. But yeah, it's a bit of a death trap around here. I know I do waterproof all my stuff, but I wasn't intending to bring it to a place that would, you know, test the shit out of it. Test if there were any faults in my work. I mean, Jesus, this place is just like a trap of puddles and ponds everywhere now. I took out did a little analog, and I have to say that I was getting some flashes on the HD0 race version 1, and that was a little disconcerting. I don't think it's completely fair income to say that HD0 handles the breakup as well as analog yet. Didn't matter which mode I was in, whether it was 1080, 540 or 720. When it's working really well, yeah, but it's more susceptible to interruption from objects. I was able to fly around and sustain a better visual image with the analog, and that's probably because there's just lower data being transferred. Not trying to like knock on how the HD0 worked, because you can see in the long range, in my cruising around with 3-inch, where we go checking out the place I am in the Mo.
that it works really well. But I got to be honest, I felt more comfortable when I threw that little analog quad around, and yeah, so the difference isn't that huge. I still would recommend, if you're going to get in the hobby, get some analog gear. Don't have to invest in digital right away. It's just not necessary. You can get a better picture and have a really good experience with the digital, and most of the time you will. But yeah, I'd not disanalog at all. And unfortunately, that's all the analog I'm going to be doing, because can't fly the plane in this gusts. It'd just go backwards into the wind. Yeah, and probably wouldn't be a good idea with all the puddles around trying to land it. Although I probably could find something. Anyway, let's go check out some of those flights, and that'll probably be that. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to go for a little walk with this backpack. I'm not really going to be flying. So I have tested out this backpack a little bit up at in the local national park, and basically what I'd say about it is it seems like pretty decent if you're got enough padding on, yeah. Otherwise, it's the straps are a bit just unpadded. They'll put a lot of pressure along the edges of them for square shoulders, like, you know, for bare shoulders. And I found that, yeah, it was a little bit uncomfortable walking with it with full of stuff like that. But with a good jacket on and some jumper, it's actually absolutely fine. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go check my route out of here and make sure that's all right. There is an alternate which I might check out on the map in a bit, which is the Caravan Road. Though I've never taken it before, so it'll be new to me. But, whoops. Sorry. Yes. See, what you got here is a bog. Oh well, same plan as last time. I'll get my recovery gear out and ready before I go. Now, how gorgeous are these grey gums? So there's predominantly two species of gums in Australia. You got the grey gums and the blue gums. And the blue gums are in the sort of wetter areas. And these are the grey gums. And they are just magnificent. Hey? This is, of course, the campsite postbox. Yeah, backpack, no worries. In terms of being on your back, walking a long way, spreads the weight quite nicely on a thick strap. Here we are. Look at this gum. You see, this looks like a nice spot to camp, but it's not. You're on this downhill here, downhill there, the bog's up there, of course, and you can see where the water's coming through here. This can flood up to a few inches at the very least. But yes, there is the field, and you see how it catches down into that area down there, which is why I camped high on that side over there. All right, let's go and touch this tree. I don't know why I wanted to touch this tree, but I had this feeling that I wanted to touch this tree. I haven't really touched it actually, hold on a second. There we go. Beep. Can I get this one off? No. Hold mine. There we are. God, be a good climber that. You go up here, up there, all the way up here, and up to there and sit. You can see that. Anyway, that's my mild fascination with a tree. I know, it's a bit weird. What are you gonna do? Beautiful spot. There's that other valley. Bloody windy. It ain't glider weather, that's for sure. You might be doing some punching around with the, well, and yeah, dart. But yeah, that's just gonna be rough too. Even the quads, like the small 3-inch, the 3S 3-inch, getting knocked around. Get the bigger ones on it, and they're still getting knocked around. So just have a little fun with the 3-inch and the high-powered 3-inch, and that'll be that. I've got some batteries ready, got my headset and everything put aside, and I'm just getting everything else packed up. Thought I'd give this as well before I pack it back in the truck. Pardon for the wind, I tried putting the microphone in here. But yes, as you can see, I've packed down quite a lot of stuff ready to fly. Oh, camping tip. If you're going out and drinking a lot of beer, and you've got a case, then turn it into a recycling box like that and put a bag around it, because that will stop it leaking when you put it back in your whatever. Yes. Right, well here we are with the Australian bush thing. I don't even see if that's focused, mate. Hold on. Look, they all had their little yellow tails out like they were trying to defend themselves when I came across before. But they were here, and look, they ate this down to a nub. There's literally nothing left. Look, all gone. And then this one, they finished off the leaf that was on this branch. No doubt they're going to move on to this one tonight. Strangest little caterpillars. Okay. Rightio, I hope the microphone's working all right and there's not too much wind noise. Sorry if there is. Here is the bog, there is my truck, there is my track. Let's see if I make it through. Filming it for you. I hope the microphone works this far away, and with all the interference. So I got my winch ready. I've got cables ready, everything ready, except of course for me. All right, down that coffee. Come on, baby. I love my truck. Hell yeah, I love my truck. Who said that was gonna be hard? Well, fucking hell, I had the handbrake on. Okay. .20 PSI, handbrake on, still through. Who said that was gonna be hard? Not me, I swear. All right, nice, let's get moving.
It sound right, boy.